Should I buy or should I rent are frequent questions people have when it comes to housing. However, the answer is not as clear-cut. You should look at the advantages, disadvantages, the costs, and how to calculate if renting or buying is financially best for you. This video aims to help you in your decision to buy or rent a home. Advantages of renting. Mobility. It's easier to move when you are renting rather than when you own. There are also fewer responsibilities. You usually don't have to be concerned with maintenance and repairs. The only time you would have to mow the lawn or shovel snow is if you rent a house and the landlord does not have a maintenance agreement. And in addition to that, it's lower initial costs, right? Tenants usually only have to pay first and last month's rent and possibly a security deposit. So if you can invest the difference of not owning, in the long run, you can be more well off than a person who buys a property, and then it would be even easier for you to liquidate your assets if you needed to, unlike a homeowner who has to sell their property in order to liquidate their asset. Disadvantages of renting. You're subjected to rent increases. You also don't share in any equity. However, if you are interested in sharing an equity through a rent-to-own program, reach out directly to me at MoneyTimeCoaching.com. There are also noise and pet restrictions with regard to renting. Advantages of owning. Pride of ownership. Having a place to call your own. Financial benefits, right? You get increases in the value of property, and this is important because over the years, the prices of property has increased quicker than the prices of wages. You get lifestyle flexibility when you own. For instance, you can decorate your property or entertain guests in any way you want, compared to being a renter, where you don't have that same flexibility. Disadvantages of owning. Financial uncertainty. There's definitely a down payment and closing costs that contribute tremendously to stress, limited mobility, higher living costs, right? And this directly comes from maintenance and repairs. There's higher property taxes, and this comes from when property values increases, so do property taxes. But renters are not unaffected by this because they usually have to pay for them in the form of higher rents. The cost of renting. Some costs associated with renting consist of: if you're renting an apartment, water is covered, but utilities may not be. If you're renting a house, you will pay for heat, electricity, water, cable, TV, internet, and telephone. When you rent, you should also get tenant insurance to protect personal property. Under a lease, you are assured of habitability, which just means a place that is livable. There's also a prompt return of security deposit, advance notice of rent increases, and eviction. The cost of buying a home. The first is, when it comes to buying a home, we are often told location is everything. The reason for this is because a home worth $700,000 in one area could be worth even more in another part of the country. The demand for homes is affected by the economy, availability of homes, and the availability of jobs. Number two, down payment. Having a large down payment reduces your mortgage payments. You also need funds for closing costs, moving expenses, and repairs or furniture. Number three, mortgage application. Since most people do not pay cash for a property, they need to apply for a mortgage, and there are specific documents required to secure a mortgage. So, if you're interested in obtaining a mortgage, reach out directly to me at MoneyTimeCoaching.com and let me know that you're interested in receiving a mortgage. I can help with that. Number four, closing costs. This can range from 1% to 4% of the loan amount. This means for an $800,000 house, you need as much as $32,000 to finalize the home purchase. Number five, principal, interest, and taxes. People end up being house rich and cash poor because all of their money goes towards their house and they have nothing left for living expenses. If this is the case for you, do not hesitate to reach out to me directly at MoneyTimeCoaching.com and schedule a session so we can get to work to reverse this effect. Number six, owning a home. can be expensive, so don't forget to set aside some money for repair or remodeling. How to calculate rental costs versus buying costs. Usually, what you would see here is that renting costs less, but you don't benefit from investing unless you are an avid investor. Home ownership is like a forced savings plan that allows you to pay off your mortgage and build equity at the same time. The biggest risk you face as a homeowner is constantly refinancing or getting a line of credit for renovations or to accommodate spending habits. If spending habits is an issue for you, reach out to me at MoneyTimeCoaching.com so we can work on improving your financial behavior. How to calculate an affordable monthly payment. You would determine your monthly gross income. Multiply that by 0.40. This is TDS. I'm using TDS instead of GDS ratio because it takes more into account than just shelter. Then subtract your other debt payments and estimate of your monthly costs of property taxes, heating, and half of condo fees if applicable. Whatever is remaining would be your affordable monthly payment amount. How to calculate an affordable mortgage amount. You would divide your affordable monthly payment by your monthly mortgage payment based on current mortgage rates, and then multiply it by 1,000. How to calculate an affordable home purchase. You divide your affordable mortgage amount by 1 minus the fractional portion of your down payment. So if your down payment was 10%, you would divide it by 0.9. And then you would get an affordable home purchase price based on your financial situation. Depending on your life situation, the most critical element of whether you should rent or buy really comes down to your life situation. For instance, if you're young and single, mobility might be more important, so renting may seem like the better option. If you're a single parent, then renting can provide a suitable environment for children and some home security. If you're a young couple with no children, then purchasing allows you to build long-term financial security. If you're retired, renting can meet financial, social, and physical needs. But if you wanted to own, then you would want to look for a property that requires minimal maintenance, like a condo that provides convenience and provides needed services. I understand that this could be a difficult decision to make. If you're uncertain on whether you want to buy or rent, visit MoneyTimeCoaching.com and book a one-on-one session where I would be able to provide better insight on which route you should take based on your own personal situation. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Money Time Coaching channel below so you don't miss any of this helpful content going forward. Also, don't forget to check out the description box where there are a lot of helpful links there that can really help take your finances to the next level. Please ensure you also follow me on all social media platforms, and I'll include the links in the description box below as well. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one.
Subscribe now.